Can Alabama survive without Nick Saban? Let's talk about Alabama, shall we?
Yeah, I kind of want to jump in and just talk about the legendary Nick Saban and
Okay.
how that all kind of happened, right?
Yeah, let's start there.
And just for the record, I am not an Alabama fan, not in any way, shape, or form. But
yeah,
you got to give them
thoroughly documented on this channel for sure.
Yes. But you do got to give respect where respect is due. Alabama went 201-29 with Saban as the head coach after he took over in 2007. They won 6 national championships, 9 conference championships. They have had a number 1 and number 2 recruiting ranking for the last 4 years. Their transfer ranking, 23 was actually their worst year, and they were ranked 53. Their transfer ranking with the new incoming class and Kalen DeBoer is actually number 11, which is higher than it's been. They did send 10 players to the NFL scouting combine this year.
Let me first talk about Kalen DeBoer and his resume, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So in his first 9 seasons as a head coach, DeBoer has won 104 games while only losing 12, which includes a 25-3 record with the Washington Huskies. In 2023, he led Washington to the college football playoff national championship game. He won the Pac-12 championship with a record of most wins in a season in program history. That comes directly from RollTide.com. That is DeBoer's resume right there.
There is not a more perfect candidate for a successful program as Alabama than Kalen DeBoer. The dude's a perfect fit to keep leading Alabama to success. I mean, he's been successful every single place that he goes. Like you said, he keeps winning. He keeps showing he can win. He coaches these programs to family. I mean, I watched a lot of Washington Huskies football last year, and you could tell those guys loved playing for each other.
Shout out to Steph.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be really interesting to watch this program. They've got a ton of talent that they lose talent every year, and I think that's what kind of sets them up for success because they have so many good players coming in. I mean, I expect Alabama to continue to be a national powerhouse, continue to dominate the college football landscape. I think it does kind of seem like Saban's shoes may be too big to fill, but I think Kalen DeBoer is the guy, if there was a guy, to step in and kind of keep leading this program, to keep pushing and keep winning. And I would expect nothing less than Alabama to be ready to win the SEC and keep on pushing to win another college football playoff. So
absolutely. With the expansion of the 12 teams, you definitely can't count them out for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they've never been ranked lower than 12, and I guess they were last year for a little bit, but I mean,
they still won the division.
They still won the conference.
They
still won the conference. Yeah.
Absolutely. So when it comes to who they have returning, so this is the funny thing with Kalen DeBoer assuming the role, they still have returning quarterback Jalen Milroe. He's a redshirt junior as starting quarterback heading into this 4th season with Alabama. No doubt that he has earned the spot as the starting quarterback, right?
Yep.
He's been in some killer games we've watched. If you've watched this show,
we've watched him throw some prayers into the corner of the end zones and win the game with like less than a minute to go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's made big plays in big games. There's nothing you can't argue that. So it's really impressive there. You also have sophomore Ty Simpson and freshman Dylan Longren, so saying that right, and also Austin Mack willing to challenge that starting role there. So it's definitely gonna, with the incoming head coach, it's not just gonna be a given that Jalen's going to have the starting job, right? He's going to have to earn it, and those Ty and Dylan are definitely going to challenge him for that starting role. But you also got Haynes and Miller ready to take over at running back. The stacked offensive line, Kalen should be feeling right at home in Tuscaloosa, aka T-Town, down there with a high-powered offense that he's used to having with Washington there. So I think he's definitely in a great position moving forward for sure.
Yep, I totally agree. They're going to be a fun program to watch. I actually can't help but cheer for Kalen DeBoer, just because he did such a good job. I mean, he turned Washington around in just a couple of seasons to really, competing for a national championship last year. So I look forward. This might be the first time in a long time that I've actually cheered for Alabama. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Roll Tide there for sure.
Yep. And if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, there should be a link to the playlist, whichever video it is, right here.
Awesome. And again, if you want to hear more about what we talked about in this segment, make sure you click the link to the playlist. It talks about more about what we talked about right here. We'd love to hear from you on that for sure. Once again, you guys can also find our podcast at dnasportsrecap.com. So make sure you check out that. Make sure you check out our merch on the bottom of the corner, on the bottom of the screen there. We'd love for you to cop that for sure, and send us some photos on our Instagram Facebook, Twitter of that merch there. We'd love to see it. Absolutely. Once again, my folks, my name is Darren. That is AJ, and this has been the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.